Okay, so let's start with, do you know? Okay, this, first of all, let me tell you, these tips, these do's and don'ts that I'm going to talk about today, they actually help mostly personal brands. But even non-personal brands, like regular business brands. So, for example, if you own a small business that does not have your name, but you're behind it, and you do talk about yourself and your team, that also these tips are like totally in for it too. So it doesn't have to be specifically just personal brands. It works for any kind of brand, even a big brand. I mean, ones that are, more well known, but you really don't know who's behind it. It's kind of like a huge, I don't know, like like board of directors, that we're not talking about with these people. But even for them, this also works, meaning like human faces always work to connect with the visitors of a website. So this is definitely the thing that connects with your visitors, your face. So if your personal brand, works wonders. If you're non-personal brand, it also works wonders. So what I wanted to say is that this image, like having your picture, your face, it helps your visitors know, like, and trust you better and faster than any like 1 million words that you might want to write on your homepage or on your about page. Okay, that's really important. So we definitely want to use that. But you got to do it the right way. There's no like just splat an image of your face in there and then, make it a day. It's not like that. There is a couple of, do's and don'ts. And I see this constantly on the web. So let's talk about them. So I'm going to talk about the don'ts, and then I'm going to talk about the do's right away. So the first one is, don't use a low resolution image. I have a feeling that you probably think, duh, all right, of course. But I still see it, guys. I still see some low resolution images out there. Blurry, pixelized, no. So definitely do use a high resolution image. Okay, the next don't is busy backgrounds. Now, busy backgrounds could be anything from a very busy kitchen to a very busy office to a very busy yard, if you're taking it on the backyard or in the park or even in the street. It's what happens is it distracts people if you have a busy background. So I'm sure that, for example, this is video, it's totally different. This is not for my homepage or anything, but you're watching me, but I'm sure you've seen, what I have behind me, for example. What's behind her? What is it, that little thing that she has over there? Oh, does she have, I can even see it. She has like camera lens, and she has like a, because you look, this is how we are. We all are like that. So a face is a face, talks, speaks a million words, but your background also distracts. So make sure that first image that you use of yourself it does not have a busy background. So don't have a busy background. Do have a plain background. The plainer the better. If you do want to have, for example, if you do want to take a picture with the background of your office or in a park, try to find a place with a background as non-busy as possible. The third thing is, you definitely don't want shadows in your face. So no shadows at all. Try to not, for example, if you have the sun up and it's at noon, most of the time you're going to get some shadows down your face. So try to if someone is taking, of course, as a professional photographer, you're definitely not going to have the issue. But if not, if you're doing it yourself, or if you're having a friend help you, make sure that you don't use those images where there's a lot of shadows in your face. So and that's a don't. Now, the other one is, the other don't is looking away. So looking away from anywhere, like you're looking way ahead in the horizon. Don't do that. Use either a picture of you looking straight at the camera, or of you, if you are looking away, make sure that you're at least looking away where you're going to maybe have a body of text next to that image, or some other call to action next to that image. You definitely, there's a lot of studies here, guys, because what happens is when you look at someone, and when you look at a picture of someone and they're looking at a certain direction, not looking at you, if they're looking at a certain direction, you will follow that direction that they're looking at. So if you're going to use a picture of yourself that you're looking away from the camera, make sure that you're at least looking at a place on your page that has a call to action or a body of copy that you want them to read. Okay, that's the only exception of you not looking straight at the camera. Okay, the other do, okay, this is a do. I'm like already getting myself confused. So that's a don't. So don't look away. Do have one that's either looking straight ahead or at a body of copy, a body of text, or like a call to action. The other one that you don't want to do is having other people or having animals in your picture. Now, you might want to say, oh, Sibila, but I love my pet. I definitely want to have a picture with my doggy, my pooch, or my kitty, or it's fine. You could definitely use those pictures in your About page or in other places of your website where you already established that connection before. So if it's one of the first pictures that they're going to see, that your visitors are going to see, either on your homepage or on some kind of a landing page, don't have other people in your picture or animals. That's a don't. So the other don't is if your face takes up way too little space in the whole picture. So that usually happens if you're standing far away, or like a full body picture and you're standing far away, and then your face really just takes a tiny space in that whole picture. That's also no good. So that's a don't. You definitely want your face taking up as much space in the picture as possible. Of course, not like a 3x4 or 2x2, but you know what I mean. It's like your face is right, like in your face. So that's the other thing. So a lot of people say, but I do, again, the whole but my face is really far. It's fine for other images. It's fine for ones in your About page or further down in your page. So, because, sometimes we like to take pictures with, us and the family, depending on the type of branding you have. You might want to do that, or you might want to have a picture with you and maybe your partner or someone else in your team. That's also fine. But again, that first impression, that first image that you're presenting on your website, you definitely want it of yourself only, no people. So again, all of these tips, they work a lot way well for personal brands, but they also work very well for non-personal brands. And the reasoning is because we all like human faces. So even if you have a business that you don't even mention your name, and it's not even part of the, let's say, part of the about the business type of a thing, it's fine to use other people's images or even yourself, but other people's images, mostly because we all prefer and get more engagement from images of human faces. Okay, so let me see who's here. Hello, Andrea. How are you? Hey, nice to see you around here today. So, okay, so if you have any questions, you can just drop them below. I can talk to you about images. I could talk to you about the best type of pictures to have on your website. If you have any questions about that, just go ahead and drop them on the comment section, and I'll try to answer them as soon as possible. So I'll see you later, and hope you have a great weekend. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.